Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Ballard in the 3-minute pool on ICC. My rating is a mighty 24-16. Let's play bishop b5. Let's go into Ruy Lopez. And I just played a game against a guy roughly around my same rating, but he unfortunately disconnected. This one, I don't really know what to do against this move. I'm actually going to take with the knight. I think take with the pawn is met by d5. So I'm doing something unusual, because it seems like he knows some theory here. I don't think knight takes d4 is like a critical move, but it may get him out of what he knows. Let's go bishop g5. But yeah, I had a game against a 2400 just a moment ago, but he got disconnected and I won, and we were only like 20 moves into the game. So now I've got Mr. Ballard from Argentina. It's weird how ratings go in stretches online. I mean, I've been struggling lately. I wonder if I can take on d5 right now. Let's do that. I've been struggling a little bit in the 5-minute games. Like, my rating has taken a plunge, but my 3-minute rating is higher than it's ever been. So it's interesting how that happens sometimes. I should probably play a3 to keep his queen out of b4. So he has the two bishops. Also, he can go queen in to attack the d4 pawn. That's another way to do it, too. I can play f... Well, I probably shouldn't play f4 against that. Yeah, he has quite a good position here. I sort of misplayed this. I thought I was going to be able to keep one of these extra pawns and make life more difficult for him. But now if he plays queen takes d4, he's doing good. Doing well. Plays bishop takes. Okay, in that case, can I play g3? G3, he'll have queen f6, I guess. Would be the idea. Makes sense. Let's just go queen d2. Keep an eye on his h6 pawn. I still want to play g3, but if I had played it there, he would have just played queen back to f6. So there's no point. Now at least I can play g3, and he has a harder time doing that. So let's do that. If queen f6, the h6 pawn hangs. Then he can take on c3 and regain the pawn. However, I think I should be okay with that. Yeah, let's do it. And we'll see if he wants to regain that pawn. Nope, he says, I am content to be down a pawn for the moment. Okay, I'll go here. I don't want to lose my d5 pawn. And I need this rook to defend f2. I can't move this rook away. Bishop d3. Bishop d3. He can take on c3, though. Bishop c4. Bishop e2. These moves all come to mind. Let's go bishop d3. I mean, I'm kind of offering to simplify the position by doing this. Okay, well now I can play knight e4, perhaps. Do I want to do it now? No, let's wait a move or two. Let's go here first. Okay, he takes my knight. And then takes d5. Okay. Attacking my bishop. Let's go here. We'll see if he attacks me down the h-file. He does. He does. Nah, I guess I'm not too worried about the h-file, though. Let's just drop this bishop back. I'll go h4, if I can. He can play g5 now, if he wants. Maybe I should just offer to trade queens. Considering that his rooks are somewhat sidelined, seems like a good defense. Let's go after that c7 pawn. Am I winning a pawn? Not quite. This might not be a good idea. He took. That c4 was stronger. c4 would have been better. Okay, so now he can advance this pawn. And I'll do my best to prevent that.
Time warning.
Yep, time warning for me. Big time warning.
Check.
Okay. This guy's pretty fast. He's annoyingly fast. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to play bishop c4. And I'm going to attempt to win his f7 pawn.
Check.
He can bring his rook back to d7. And he does.
Check.
Now I have to be fast. He can win my g3 pawn, but let's see what happens.
Check.
I'll offer him a draw. Just see what he says.
Check.
I think he lost on time. Unless I'm lagging. Really? Oh, okay, he already lost on time. Yeah, we were playing a couple moves beyond it. He lost on time a couple moves ago. That was a weird ending. I didn't hear the flag. Okay. Well, I did offer a draw, so I don't feel that bad. Position was drawn at the end. But, I mean, it's hard to say whether he even saw that. It was such a bang-bang play. So this was a line of the Ruy Lopez that black can try. It's playable. G6 on move 3. And I know the c3 move is considered to be a good line. Because if they take the pawn, white gets a lot of compensation. Play in the center, bishop g5 is coming. So I didn't know a whole ton about this position after knight ge7. I know that if I take on d4, he can play d5, and I think this position is okay for black. Because if I play e5, despite me having one extra center pawn, he's got some nice squares for his pieces as well. Like f5 is a great square. He's solid. These pawns might come under attack too. I just wasn't sure about that. So I honestly played knight takes d4 just to spice it up and not really expecting an advantage from this move. Bishop g5, I feel that's annoying because this is one thing you can do in this line to disturb black's development. Now the question is if this bishop takes e7 or taking on d5 idea is really worth it. I'm playing off the fact that he can't recapture. Taking with the knight would lose his queen, and taking with the queen would lose e7. So he can't recapture. However, I think I'm inclined to believe that black's fine here. I mean, he could even play f6 if he wanted. Drive the bishop away, get rid of the pin, and then take on d5. That would be fine for him to do. So maybe I should just settle for like pawn to e5 now, rather than take. Because it seems like after I take, he does get decent play. Even when I'm greedy and go for this. Like, I was going to play knight c3, but I think he can just play queen b4 if he wants. And he's hitting both these pawns. So it seems like my pawns are a little bit too loose to really hope to hold on to the extra pawn that I now have. And the extra pawn is double isolated anyways. Yeah, queen h4 was a good move, and I think he's better now. I was expecting him to take with the queen, though. I didn't think he'd take with the bishop. And I wanted to go g3 to try to disrupt his defense of the d4 bishop, but he can just go here. So I just tried to develop my pieces, even though I might be objectively a little worse. Oh, the computer hates queen takes h6. Says I should just put a rook on d1. Probably to make him clarify his intentions with this bishop, whether he wants to take on c3 or not. A6 was very good. I see the computer was recommending A6 like many moves in a row. And here, and win a tempo on that bishop. Okay. And if this, defending the d5 pawn better, then bishop d3 is a big problem. Double attack. Makes perfect sense. So therefore, yeah, I think my position is bad. He's still better in this position. Still better. B6, yep. I decided to go for the endgame. Looks like trading wasn't so great. Because trading does help me attack the C7 pawn. You know, it improves my C3 pawn from C3 to D4. Makes this pawn less mobile. And he did play C5 coming up. Yeah, I should have played D5 in this position, huh? That would have been a good option. I agree with what the engine's saying. Because that would render this a backward pawn. And maybe I'm planning rook C7 or rook E7 next move. His light square bishop is denied E6 as well. So this pawn would have a cramping effect on black's position. Yeah, I should have done that. What did I miss here? Bishop F3. So trying to drive away this rook so I can win C5. Does it really work, though? So he goes rook F5. I go, oh, bishop G4. Aha. I thought I had to go here, but he just goes back. But yes, bishop G4. And then I'll be able to get to a pawn-up endgame, it looks like. Rook D5, trade the bishops, take on C5. Yeah, pawn-up endgame. Or I guess he could play this, but then I have C6, and I'm probably winning. Well, maybe. I don't know. He can push these pawns and try to create a passed pawn of his own. So, okay, so that was a good option for me. Missed it. I played, what, rook D1? That was a weak move. Yeah, he should have played C4. Bypassing my D-pawn, and his connectors are more powerful than this D-pawn that isn't going anywhere. Instead he took, and yeah, I think this endgame should be a draw. I don't know if this is... I mean, I'm probably slightly worse because he does have the outside pawn, but I don't know if that's enough for him to win. Yeah, and he certainly could have played better around here. Oh, rook C1 was just winning. Yeah, I thought he might do that, but yeah, that's especially winning because if I go here, he can just what, bishop D5 or take on F1 first. Take on F1 seems to win. I missed that this was a tactic.
Check.
Picking up the rook, and if I do a desperado like take here, he can. Yeah, I guess he could just take that way, and this pawn runs. But I was
Check.
just thinking about this too. This also wins. It's up a pawn. You see the effect of rook pawns in endgames? They make the defending king go so far over to try to stop it. That's why as the game goes along, pawns towards the wings gain in value because they can really distract enemy kings in the endgame. So, fairly lucky escape against Ballard in this game, considering I had like twice as less time and,
Check.
you know, a bad or sketchy position at some points in this game.
Check.
And I just managed to
Check.
create enough threats. He was doing good on the time for a while, but he slowed down towards the end.
Check.
And I scrambled and was able to win. I think I offered him a draw
Check.
like right around here, but given that we were both very low on time, he didn't really
Check.
think to take it. This is just a pure time scramble at this point. So, hope you guys enjoyed that one. And my 3-minute rating is looking pretty good after this, 24-19. So I'll try to keep it up. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Talk to you later.